Hello again and welcome to Turkey Valley at 50 and the 1980s. We have a star-studded program for you this time around. The 1980s, the only decade where Turkey Valley captured state championships in athletics. And we'll also be talking on this program with Julie Meirick. She'll give us some perspective on how things were at Turkey Valley back in the 1980s, and Mike Bentley, the only person in Turkey Valley history to be on two state championships. He was on the 87 track championship and the 85 baseball, and his sister was on the 1982 fall softball championships, and we'll be talking to the pitcher off that squad, Mary Lansing. It's brought to you by Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, and Seed Solutions Group. So right now, let's pick up with Julie Meirick.
Talking with Julie Meirick, class of 1988 at Turkey Valley, from Proudhaven originally, now down around in the Nashville area. Julie, let's talk a little bit, if we could, about your years in high school. What stands out from back in the late 80s?
Well, Mr. Don was still there, which was great. We had a great administration then, and we had a couple of really great football teams, an amazing music program, and I remember that we wore a whole lot of really bad clothes.
You wore bad clothes? Well, we wore a lot of bad clothes back in the 60s and 70s, Julie. I don't think you were wearing them quite as bad as we did, but...
I don't know. It was parachute pants and neons and lace bows and hair. It was crazy. Yeah, it was like, think of early Madonna. That's kind of what we dressed up.
Okay. Well, it's really interesting you say that, because I noticed I've gone through about all of your books, and I noticed that, once the 2000s hit, it seemed like kids learned how to dress a little bit better than any time.
Yeah. Not so crazy. Yeah, I think you're right. I'll agree with you there.
And Julie, music's been very important in your life. What did Turkey Valley do to help you?
Oh, well, when I was there, Mr. Anderson was still there, so that had a huge impact on my life as far as musically. And I think the neat thing about Turkey Valley is, there's so many great things, but about their music specifically is that they've had so much support by the parents and by the other teachers and the administration, and really just allowed us to kind of explore musically, and wasn't quite as rigid as a lot of programs, and I think that was great. And I think, I think with kids now, they see High School Musical and that movie and that kind of stuff. And the neat thing about Turkey Valley was, if you're in the High School Musical or you're the choir, you're probably the captain of the football team, or you're a cheerleader too. It wasn't just that; it's that you kind of did everything, and that's what's so great about that school, is you get so much exposure to so many different things.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been around a lot of people that went to a lot bigger schools. I know I was through the years, and they just don't understand how you can be involved in everything, do they?
No. That's, they think you just do one thing. You're an athlete, or you're in music, or you're in theater, or you're in debate. There's no people don't do everything like they do at Turkey Valley. I mean, it's just, that's so magical, and it was such a great part of my experience, and I think it's a great part of kids that are graduating still today.
In farming, just like in education, to get the best results, you have to start with the proper seed. If you're a farmer and haven't checked out what Seed Solutions Group can do for you, now is the time to do it. Seed Solutions Group is just what the name says. They have the seed solution for your operation that will help you get larger yields next year. With over 20 new corn and soybean products and new technologies, seed traits, and new seed treatments from Northrop King and Channel, Seed Solutions Group certainly is worth talking to. Click on the Seed Solution Group sign on this page to get in contact with Steve Maley or Tom Fye, seed agronomist, and they will help you find a better solution for your seed planting next spring. And if you act now, you'll get huge discounts. So get a hold of Steve or Tom today. It costs absolutely nothing to check it out. And what they have to offer may save you a bunch of money and produce yields much larger than you're enjoying now. Seed Solutions Group, giving the farmer seeds and service for success. Click the sign for more information.
Talking with Mike Bentley from Lawler, and 1987 graduate at Turkey Valley, and Mike really has a very interesting story. He's the only person, I think, that can say he was on 2 state championships I know he is, because there's only been 3 of them and 2 by the guys, and he was on both of them in 1985, the baseball, 1987, the track. So that's quite an accomplishment, Mike, and you're the only guy. There's only 3 state championships in the history of the school, and your sister was a catcher on the other one. So that's quite a feather in the hat for the Bentley family.
Yeah, and there's just 2 of us that went to school, so I guess we were there at the right time.
Well, you must have had something to do with the success of the teams as well, because it seemed that those darn championships just kept following you around.
Yeah, we were blessed with great coaching and good friends and good athletes, and everything just fell into place. And along with a great community sport, that Turkey Valley's always had.
Well, yeah, Turkey Valley's been known for baseball through the years. Going all the way back to the '60s, they had some pretty good players and some pretty good teams. But that 1985 group is the only one to win a state championship. What do you attribute that to, Mike?
Well, I would have to. I'd have to go start a year earlier when Coach Weimer started coaching with us, and we had a team in '84 that was solid. We started off, I think, losing our first 4 games, and Coach Weimer kind of brought that football mentality to the baseball diamond, and he pretty much sat us down and gave us a good chewing out, and he told us he wants to win some ball games here. He wants to win them. He wants a 10-run every team. He wants home runs. He wants strikeouts. He wants domination. And we took us a few games that year of '84 to figure out that we were a pretty good team. And we went on a run there at the end of the year and ended up getting beat by Forest City, who went on to win the state championship that year. And we had everybody but 1 or 2 starters coming back for that '85 season. And so going into the year, we knew we were a good team. But the confidence all started the year before.
That was Mike Bentley, the only person to be on 2 state championships at Turkey Valley. Now he lives in West Des Moines. He's originally from Lawler. Mary Lansing was the pitcher on the very first state championship at Turkey Valley back in 1982 during the fall softball season. And we asked Mary how it felt.
Yes, it did. And words can't explain the pride that you have, and it was a good time.
Well, and any time you walk off the field and for that particular season you're the best in your state, and that was when there was only really 1 class, so you knew you were the best softball team in the fall of 1983. And you had a great team, though, too. I mean, you were the pitcher, but it takes the whole team to win the championship, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. The bench and your subs and your whole team, and quite honestly, the best recipe for bringing communities together would be winning the state championship, because it brought all the communities together.
And you put in a lot of time. I know one time you told me how you would get up in the morning, and even during basketball season when you're playing basketball. Can you share that with us, the type of practice you put in to become such an outstanding pitcher?
Oh, it does take a lot of time. Yeah, I'd get up, catch a ride with my Mick Angel, actually, would give me a ride or something, because I didn't have my license, and I'd get to the school, and I'd found somebody to catch for me or whatever, and school, and then you got your basketball after school, and so there were long days, but it was definitely worth it.
That's Mary Lansing from the class of 1983. At Turkey Valley, now Mary Dreckman from the walk-on area. And that's it for the 1980s on Turkey Valley at 50. It's been brought to you by Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing. Click on the logo on this page to get more information. And by Seed Solutions Group. I'm Randy Novotny, and this is Turkey Valley at 50.